So, if you've been following, this is a HAL transmitter, and this is a combination station. And that over there is a messed up transponder combination station. I'm trying to see if I can get work again, but transponder's way newer technology, and they coated the boards with epoxy. Without going too much into that, I think anyone who knows me knows that these are really interesting technology to me. And the HAL transmitter is something that we've seen working before on this channel. However, I've never seen a combination station working nonetheless, quite even understanding what it entirely was supposed to do. I think we had some ideas. I think it's, we know it's a Watchman station. It might have been a dead man switch type thing. And the more I think about it, I bet these were used on military bases with actual guards. So that notion may be very, very true in light of things. And it's, I was joking a little bit about it last time, but, it obviously could be a very serious thing. I think, sometimes you almost have to laugh at these things because, what can you say? It's technology that was, if it was for a military base, it might have been for all sorts of things. So, who knows? But I think it was also for factories, things where you might have had, say, jet fuel. In fact, we finally found the oscillator or the impulse generator for one of these things. And as I suspected, it looks like a car alternator or a generator or whatever you used to call it, like the magneto or, something like that, like a spinning motor type thing that generates a voltage or an impulse. It was on a ginormous panel with a printer on it and all this crazy stuff. The panel itself seemed like it was from the 70s, but needless to say, they made these for a long time. And this one, on the other hand, it's not from the 70s. This one is from the 40s, 1943. And what's that, you may ask? Well, that thing is cool. That is not just a relay. I thought that was a relay. I mean, and it is technically a relay in that a code wheel is almost a relay. But it ain't a relay. Wait until you see this. This is pretty cool. Well, say I'm the Watchman and I put in my key. I use this as the key. I unlocked it a little bit so I can spin it. Here we go. There you have it. Let's do that again. Put in the key, spin that. Okay, now let's try to break the glass. See what happens then. I'm just gonna unscrew it. Yeah. So this thing spins, and I'm not sure what exactly it does. I'm going to put the glass back in. I need to do a full comparison of the signals that it generates and the length of it and just everything, because I'm not... Look at that. And when it resets, it does that. Like, what is it doing? I have no idea. It's clearly doing something. Yeah, so when you reset it, it's just like the other one. It does like a separate thing when it resets, right? And then put this in again and do this again. This thing is so cool. I obviously there's more I'm going to learn about it as I play with it. And what I would really like to do is see if I can get it running in sequence with the other one. Oop. Oh yeah, and there it goes clicking. So that's the other thing, is that this thing spins sometimes even when you do the key. And I don't know what, like, I don't know. It's crazy. How does this thing fully work? I have another mystery to unlock. But it's working this far, and frankly, it's already... Oh, there it goes again. This thing is so cool. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot more to learn and figure out about this system, but until then, it's doing its thing, and it's pretty darn cool. So, what else? We got the fire sequencer going. Got my little power stack, basically. And then it's also got the power supply over here. Well, not my wire mess, but it's... most of this isn't actually plugged in. Don't worry, it's not as bad as it looks. Yeah, it's preliminary, obviously. There's much more to go. What's cool is that this has the back box, and I do have the screws. I just have them taken out because I took out some of the old wires. But, you know, it has the back box, terminal strip. It even says surface, fire, and watch box. So that's cool. But that also makes me wonder, you know, if anyone who's heard my story, I had one of these that got lost in the mail, and it was not the surface one. What I think it was is the explosion-proof one. And it was round, and just this crazy shape to it. But then the rest of it just looked like this. But it's the body of it was different. But it had a HAL transmitter that almost looked like it was inside of a can. And I imagine it was probably the explosion-proof one, or rated for some maybe weather, or maybe even nautical or Navy purpose. I don't know. It looked very nautical, but unfortunately, the Postal Service lost it. And if anyone out there is watching this video and has my HAL transmitter sitting in the Postal Service, please get it to me. I swear I'm like the only person who probably can get it working. Well, probably not the only person, but hey, who else is doing this? Please give me my HAL transmitter. Anyway, no, not as if they're watching, but yeah, that is really unfortunate that was lost. And what can I say? I have seen some of these that have this thing, which I believe is it looks like a phone jack, but I believe it was meant for like probably was like a phone jack looking thing, but I believe it was almost like a key. And then I've also seen them with a lamp over here. And I've seen these with all of that too, meaning like a fully loaded one might have that thing plus a lamp plus this. So be cool to find one that's fully loaded, but I mean at this point I've got a lot of these things. I don't really need to keep going, but yeah, I think till next time, this has been the combination fire and Watchman station. Actually working. Can't believe it. It's been fun.